drastically. It has changed because we would have lived over at Giftland because we love to go to the movies. And Sarah came along, and because we do not want to feel like we're putting pressure on anyone to babysit, even though they say, yes, come on, no, we made her and we have to take it our responsibility. So we're hardly going to movies. I could count probably the number of times we went.
Probably 4 movies.
Yeah.
The first time we went out was interesting.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't finish the movie.
Yeah, because
grandparents called us back because this year was not.
Sarah
finished the milk.
She finished the milk. Also,
and they were having other milk to give Sarah.
Middle of the movie, we just ran on. And even during the movie, we were thinking, okay, I wonder what she's doing.
That's how I was enjoying the movie.
Our mind isn't there. After that, we were able to go, but still, we try to be around her, and not leave her with anybody. Even though they say, yeah, you could go there, just call us anytime. But no, we don't want to do that. That has changed. That's the one thing that has changed.
Well, and for me, it's kind of difficult, and I think sometimes I feel a bit sad that I'm not able to assist a bit more because at the time she was born, I transitioned to a full-time job. And so I knew I could have assisted more, but now I have to go to work at 8:30 and then sometimes I have some long hours. So that has been a little difficult over the last 6 months or so, but it's getting better. She sleeps through, she's a darling, she sleeps through the night. Has anything really changed other than we have a child now and I have to pick up stuff by myself now? I would say we're working on her schedule, making it her interact with us.
Yeah, because before
and she's quite well behaved, so we don't have any issues at all. It's just that I have not to be tired. For me, the most part, I'm tired, and then she does not let me. Like for instance, I would get up in 2 hours and then look after the baby. She just lets me sleep. I tell her, wake me up so I could take her so you could rest. No, so by the time I jump off after 3 hours or 4 hours, baby's sleeping, she's sleeping.
The change was tremendous, and it was a struggle at the beginning. It's hard to give up what you're accustomed to, but for the love of your child, you just have to. And it forces you, or it forced us to become more strategic, more than anything else. Before we got married, before we got Samuel, we were very spontaneous. Our dating life. I mean,
we had fun.
We had lots of fun. Yeah. We were very happy in being spontaneous and so on. So when Samuel came into the picture, it took a lot of getting used to, and then we had to come up with a lot of programs. Date night became a thing. It's no longer
whenever we feel like
can.
Yeah.
We have to
have a specific date night.
Yeah. Like plan. We have to have a sitter, and whenever we go out, there's a timeline. You know.
And I doubt that the hotel takes. You have to plan it.
Weeks.
You have to weeks before you have to organize everything. You don't just have to get the sitter. You have to make sure he has the right snacks. He's entertained. He won't drive the sitter crazy. Mm-hmm. Oh goodness, you have to prepare his mind for it beforehand. Mm-hmm. Mommy and daddy won't be around. Why? Where are you going? Why can't I come? I want to come. Oh goodness. Well, we have a lot of support because we have my parents. And we have my sister. But I think more than anything, it's balancing it with work and maintaining the fun, because you don't have the freedom. You know, you can't just go out and have fun. It has to be planned. For us, date night is 9 o'clock on Thursday nights because Samuel is asleep at 9 o'clock, and my parents can look at him if he wakes up because they're tired too. So that had to be a plan. We want to go to a hotel for our anniversary. We have to plan weeks in advance of everything that has to be put into place so we can go to this hotel for our anniversary.
As much as I pictured a marriage, most of it was the wife. Not much about rearing the child. Right? It wasn't much about it. It was mostly on relationship with wife. So thinking about Amelia or a child when we got into marriage was like, you hear a lot of stories about child rearing, you hear a lot of stories about the sleepless nights and all these things. And I was like, you want a child now. You're thinking about children. Are you ready for these sleepless nights that we talk about? Because I would want my sleep, you know. But I don't know if it came with the territory, but out of responsibility, when your child would cry, you get up because it's yours and it's part of you. So it's like some things are automatic. Right? So Emil coming on board really brought us close together because it's now a shared responsibility, and we didn't fail. We didn't fail in terms of expectation. I expect her to be, and she's doing it, right? And I'm sure she can see.
Okay. Actually, when making that transition into parenthood, because we got married after a year of courting, and we got into a relationship, and we just really enjoyed each other's company so much. We waited to have a child, so we waited for 2 years before we had a child. And when Amelia came, it was like we are reading people, so we prepared ourselves for it. We read, we got all that we needed to get to be able to be ready to be parents. So, you know, we took some time to think about it, we planned it, and then we went into it. And because of that, I felt like we had like a head start in the sense that we were prepared when she came.
She already had the experience, so to me, I had to learn how to deal with being a parent from the background. When I say the background, is that we're doing it together, but more so I would just take a step back to see how I could learn from somebody who's already experienced in it. I didn't really jump in and say, okay, I'm the man, whatever I say goes, with concern being a parent. But I had to, knit with her and be like, hey, we gotta do this thing together, and let's see how it goes. What's gonna work for Shaquille might not work for Emmanuel. I gotta understand that she has already been doing it with Shaquille. So I had to learn to weave myself into the mood, knowing that Shaquille is already accustomed to, his father, and then, I gotta be, the stepfather, and learn how to treat him and treat her, and being equal with both of them. One small thing is that, I'm the soft one. In parenting, we got this thing is called good cop, bad cop scenario. Well, I hold on to the sheriff's badge too long. I'm always a good cop. So she would mostly come on. If something arises the way I'm being like too soft, mostly especially with Emmanuel, she would look around. We need to do this, and these things might reach a point whereby it might affect our marriage, but it hasn't reached that point. So I'm still, as I said before, in certain things that we do together, I have to take be in the background and watch from a more experienced person.
My son is very energetic, full of energy. So he doesn't stay one place all the time. So you always gotta be watching him play with wire and all these things. So to me, it's more of a, what I must say, I have to utilize more energy now with them, and also a little bit more patience also with them.
I beg to differ a little bit. She has come around to a thing where now she herself does actually be running around and playing with them, right? So the process, even though it maybe started real bricky, right? It is now starting to break down, right? So now the energy is either maybe it transferred to her, right? Or she just adjusts. Yes. Or she just adjusts because both of them are high energy.
With Emmanuel, that's his baby. When I say his baby, his baby. Even though he's 4, he's still his baby, right? So Emmanuel wants attention from his father mostly. So I don't feel jealous because that's my son, right? So I know that he needs his attention from his father. So I give them their space. So I go to my older child if he's there, and I see what he might want it, or I do something else at the meantime. But I don't feel that if there's a conflict, because we both understand that they're children and they have their own needs.
The sleepless nights came mostly for him because he was talking about how, I'm going to say the same for him. I think that if you were just to put our actions on a sheet of paper and you didn't put mother or father, you just put who does this and who would do that and this person would do this, and then you put them together on the sheet of paper and you ask somebody to choose which one is the mother and which one is the father, they more than likely will choose the things that Andre do and say that he is the mother. Because he just went 100% into being a father. And I don't know if it's because he has a daughter that he behaves this way, but he is just so inspiring. And sometimes I look at his action and I think, oh my God, you're like more a mother than I am. And so it's good to hear you say that I'm a mother. But he just really took that role on, and it inspires me to be the best that I could be too for her. And I think that with us both having that mindset, we really just go after it, remembering the key things that should be remembered as a parent. You love them, but you spoil them and pray for them and teach them the things they need to know now, so that as they grow older, they continue to live those principles. And of course, because we are a God-fearing family and God is in everything that we do, there's a lot of praying that happens for Amelia, with Amelia, just because we recognize that it's not just what we want for her or what we are doing with her, but the real purpose that God has brought us into our lives and onto this earth for. And I think that everything that we do is about ensuring that when the time comes for God to really use her, that we would have prepared her well to walk into that purpose. And so in being parents, we really do take that as, this is just God allowing us the opportunity to bring up something that He has a purpose and a desire for. And so we go after it with that passion and that idea behind everything.
Just to echo what Sam was saying. There's a word that says, train up a child in the way they should go. When they're older, they shall not depart from it. We're not looking to make Amelia another Andre or another Sonia. God has a path for her, and that's what we are looking to find, so we can guide her. We don't want her to be anybody else but the Amelia God has for her to be. And with that in mind, there's a lot of pressure going to be off of her in terms of forcing her down a road that is not even hers. So I think we're on the right path, the right mindset of looking at training her to be what God wants her to be and not what we want her
To be ready to respond to that call when it comes.
For us too, we did not want to be those parents that, and this might be a controversial thing to say, we did not want to feel as if we have to neglect our marriage and throw ourselves into our child. We believe that our child should be loved, cared for, given everything we could give him, raised well, trained, but we don't believe that he trumps the marriage.
Yeah, and that it's safe to say that that happens with a lot of married couples sometimes. It's important to make sure your child or children get a good start in life and you pay enough attention to them and so on. But a lot of people get carried away in the process and start to stifle their marriages. And
The child is in bed, there's no intimacy as before, there's no date nights, everything is about the child, every conversation is about the child, there's no personal time.
a child is important. Children is important. Are important, sorry. But we decided early on that we were going to maintain the importance of our marriage and prioritize with our marriage at the forefront. There are times when we need to pay more attention to Samuel. There are times when more of our time would go into him. But we decided that our marriage needs to be fed, and in terms of time and so on, we pay very close attention to that. So being strategic is the only thing that works for us with having a child in the picture.
The way I see it, my son is like a beautiful loan from God. I get to keep him until he leaves and cleaves, and I will enjoy him. But the person that signed up to be with me for life is this one. So when my son leaves the nest, I must still have a friendship and a partnership and a closeness to this man here. I have seen a lot of couples after their children leave the nest, they realize this didn't come from nowhere, this is from me seeing things that bothered me. The children leave the nest and then the couples realize there's nothing between us
Nothing
anymore.
left. Yeah.
We lost each other a long time ago, somewhere in the middle of this parenting process. And I decided this is not going to be me and Ruben. I'm not going to do it. And he completely agreed with me, and we just made the decision that this is how we're going to do it. We're going to have date night. Saturdays we're going to have Samuel Day. So because of course we work, so we see him when we get home in the evenings, spend time with him, sometimes the dad will take him to play and so on. But Thursday night is our night. Saturday from morning to night, it's all Samuel. Whatever Samuel wants to do, if he wants to go to the pool, if he wants to go to Fun City, he's with us all day. Sunday, church, all day. Samuel Day. But there will be sometime maybe in the middle of the year or so, somewhere along the line, we said, we're going out for a night. Somebody babysits Samuel, taking a night out at the hotel. See you tomorrow morning. We believe we need that.